Hello and welcome back to a brand new episode of Cozy Man Sky. I am Wilhelm III, and tonight we take on the Titan Expedition, brothers. Before we take off, I have a quick shout out to John Durrett 3573 for showing me an awesome new technique. I showed off my little mold patch over here in the last episode, but John Durrett 3573 showed me a technique in the comments about setting up a secondary base somewhere in the same system next to another patch of mold. So for the last few days, I've been popping back and forth between this little patch right here and this second patch that I found on the nearby fire planet. Somebody was nice enough to put a communication beacon over here, which led me to this awesome patch on this hillside. One of the things I didn't notice for a while, because there's always storms over here, is the mold on this planet is actually more of like a burnt black color, which I thought was a really cool addition, the fact that it's kind of changed by the type of planet that you find it on. I haven't found one on like an ice planet or a mold planet. Are they like frozen or moldy? I don't know. The other thing I've done is I built ourselves a Minotaur suit. We haven't done any of the quest items along with this that are coming up, but I couldn't resist popping it in over here while I was doing my exploring, and I set up this tiny little outpost. We might expand it into a full base at some point. And whenever we get done with the expeditions that we're currently focusing on, we're gonna get back in and finish up the Beep Boop quest line, which is totally going to change the way our Minotaur suit works, as well as add an AI to it so it can follow us around just like Beep Boop does now, and we'll have another sort of permanent companion. I have been stacking up nanites like crazy with this method, and I am super excited to upgrade Phoenix before we go in. We can't really bring back any of the upgrades that we add to her in the expedition, I realized. So we need to apply our augmentations and things on this end. That way they're still there when we come back. So be warned, when you bring your ship back with you, it doesn't have any of those extra cargo spaces or anything. The thing it will have, though, is the class that we go in with. So we're gonna pump 50,000 nanites into Phoenix Alpha, and she will be born anew as Phoenix Supreme, her ultimate form. Now, the other thing that we bring into the expedition with us is usually our multi-tool, and I've been using the Atlas staff a lot in the last few expeditions, but this time I want to bring our main piece that we picked up early on in this whole campaign. In one of the very first expeditions we did, the Corvette expedition, where I actually made this character, we found our awesome Sentinel rifle. Now, luckily, I have an absolutely ungodly amount of nanites, thanks to my buddy in the comments. So, an A-class, that's awesome. We were only a B-class before. I can't believe I'm running around with a B-class multi-tool, but I like it so much the way it looks. But we're going to go ahead and dump in another 50,000 nanites. So that was a total of 125,000 nanites that I've just pumped into our gear. And now our multi-tool is an S-class, worthy of our Traveler and Phoenix. Nice. I love the way our ship looks in the background there as well. Okay, brothers, I'm gonna head over to the anomaly. I'll see you there. Now, just like I like to do in all of the expeditions, we're gonna be bringing a couple of key pieces of gear. We're not gonna bring too many of our upgrades because we're looking to bring as many of them back with us as possible. I'm being smarter about this time, guys. You only can bring back the same number of things you take with you, and if you find better stuff, then you're making Sophie's choice, which I had to do last time, and it freaking killed me. We are going to bring along some key resources, some items for refining down into nanites, so we get a real jump start on this one. I'm only going to bring a couple of key pieces of technology, the hazmat gauntlet, my refiner pack, and a couple of just random upgrades that I don't care about, that if we find better stuff, I can leave behind. And I'm bringing all the standard resources we bring every time. loads of stuff to refine for nanites, sell for cash, and make sure that we have our little beat boot buddy with us. So let's go! Titan Expedition, here we come.
Commencing Atlas system suit initialization. Life support systems activated. Shield kinetic system online.
Oh my God. We are in a gas giant. I forgot this one started down here. Crap.
Aerial propulsion jetpack online.
Okay. We probably don't have a whole lot of time.
Multi-tool inlining laser attachment operational.
Hopefully they've started us off with some decent basic equipment.
User initialization sequence complete.
Planet Fastia Q30. All right. Look at where we are. Holy crud. The base of a gas giant is insanely dangerous place to start. At least they gave us 2 shields. You know you're in trouble when they start you with 2 shields. Okay, what do we need to do? Warp out of the system. I'm trying to read through at least the first couple really quick. We need to go to all the moons in this system before we leave. But of course, the first thing is find your ship. So let's see. Looks like there's a load of player bases already down here. Oh gosh. All right, there's our ship. We might as well start working our way that direction. The music is always awesome at the beginning of an expedition. Grab a little bit of dihydrogen, you know you're gonna need it. Look at these awesome rock formations, just sort of like hot mid-explosion. I've got to be careful. I don't have any batteries to recharge these shields once they run out, so we've got to make sure we're picking up as much sodium as we can. We've almost made it over to the ship, and Hello Games was nice enough to put sodium deposits on this planet, which makes total sense since they started us off down here. They know we're going to be scrambling to find sodium. Try to stay out of the freaking tornadoes while I get this. Oh my gosh, it's so easy to get turned around in this storm. What is happening with this rock? Can I mine it? No? Okay. We'll just ignore that for now. Let's get down here to our ship. What have we got? Look at this crazy looking ship. This like long neck. I like the way it looks. That's cool. It's like the cockpit isn't quite attached to the back section. How would you get into the cargo hold? It's impractical. You'd have to shimmy through that little pipe. Joanna's future. All right. Well, we made it to our ship. Let's see what we unlock. A pre-packaged personal refiner unit. Well, crap, I brought one of those in our thing, but that's why I only brought stuff that'd be easy to leave behind. Sometimes you don't need it. I think Hello Games has caught on to the fact that everybody wants one at the very beginning of the expedition. So we'll go ahead and pop that in. We probably need it to get some of the resources that we're gonna need for fixing the starship. And I might as well put our jump pack into our supercharged slot. Let's see what we need. Well, hermetic seals, some metal plating, ferrite dust, and we do have the dihydrogen that we needed. They actually had that in the cargo of the ship. So that was sort of a freebie. We don't have any of our repair kits. And so I'm gonna have to do a little looking around. Let's see what we've got in the escape pod here. Scenario iteration deleted, boundary separation failure, emptied, cause, sentinel intervention, deliberate transfer, fresh iteration generated, anomaly containment prepared. We'll go ahead and broadcast so we're compliant with the Atlas. You can create a new character and start your campaign this way. So this is just starting off the regular campaign stuff. I don't think that's any kind of special lore to do with the Titan expedition in particular. We'll check out our containers. We always got to get our free loot boxes. The rust in here is actually really valuable. You can refine that down into ferrite dust, which we're going to need to make the metal plates and stuff. And then we get some bullets, some nanites out of here. Oh, we got a little bit of slime that we can turn into nanites as well. And these usually just give you a handful of nanites, but condensed carbon? No, we get a shield module out of that. Nice. Might as well go ahead and start refining this stuff. Pop our condensed carbon in here, and we'll start off with our rusted metal to get our ferrite dust for our metal plating that we need. And now we can pop the shield module in. Oh, that's for us. I thought it was for the starship. Well, we do need as much power in our shields as possible. I guess they're really helping us out with being stuck on such a hostile planet right away. Okay, I've got the stuff I need for a hermetic seal. And now we just need the ferrite dust for this metal plating, which should be just about done. Some pure ferrite dust as well. So we're going to need to refine a bunch of ferrite dust into pure ferrite dust. One of the things that we need to get before we leave the planet is to go ahead and collect some storm crystals. Luckily, we only need to get 5, but they seem to be a little bit spread out down here, hello game. And we actually need to get into one of these tornadoes. So, yeah, I hope this doesn't kill me. Winds of change. Nice, I actually got out of that super easy. Those are usually kind of deadly. What did we get? A movement system upgrade and some crunchy wings. Those wings are to help you heal in case you get beat up by that. But that's pretty cool that they give you a healing item and a movement upgrade the first time you get caught in a tornado. More sodium, thank you. How many more do I need? Crap, I've only found 1. Okay. Uh-oh. I'm in trouble. What do you mean? Oh God, I'm panicking. I'm panicking, guys. Why won't it let me charge up? Why won't it let me charge up? Okay, we just gotta run. We don't have time to figure this out. We gotta run, we gotta run. Where is our ship? Please, please don't be too far away. I only wandered a little bit. The tornado probably pulled me a little bit further away. It's not my fault, guys. We're gonna die on the first planet, guys. Oh my gosh. Come on, dude. You gotta run. Your life depends on it, little traveler man. Make it. Oh gosh, I almost killed myself. Oh, okay. Why did I panic? I couldn't think straight. What happened? I don't know what that was all about. I have sodium in my pocket. For some reason, it wouldn't let me recharge. So now I'm worried that it's not gonna let me again. So let's just make little quick runs as fast as we can from our ship to the closest one. That's smart, right? I only need to find 4 more. Here we go. There's number 2. We're just gonna run straight back to the ship because I'm scared now. Hopefully I don't break my legs when I land. Okay. And I forgot to heal as well. We need to eat whatever food we've got from those rewards to finish healing ourselves. Okay, new tactic. We're not gonna leave the planet just yet. Let's go ahead and use our launch fuel to make sure we're fully charged. And then we're just gonna coast around close to the surface to find the last couple of ones that I need. Why didn't I think of that earlier? Ooh, we got some save beacons around and there's a base over here. Okay. We'll first just take advantage of this free parking spot and see what's over here. We got ourselves a little building. Looks like maybe a observation tower or something. It's also got these little shelter buildings next to it. If you didn't know, you can actually just stand underneath one of these. See my shields recharging? And they'll actually protect you from any storm. You can also, of course, run in the buildings, and sometimes they've got a few nanites or something. Sweet. Cool view out through the window as well. Always pick up our carbon. Right now, we need every little bit of resources we can grab, so these are actually worthwhile running into. In later game, even middle game, these things are totally worthless because you're just getting a small handful. Cool bed, though. Look at the awesome monitor setup. That's actually quite enviable. All right, let's get over to the building and see what... Oh, no! Okay. Last time we were able to get out easy. Let's see if we can get out. All right, I almost made it to the ground. Oh no! I can't get up. I'm trying to boost. I'm trying to boost out of it. It's not letting me, guys. It's not letting me. Oh no, my shield is almost down. And I still forgot to heal. I'm such an idiot. Oh no! One more hit and I'm down, boys. One more hit and I'm down. Okay. No, not again. I never died on an expedition before I started filming this for you guys. I think it's your fault. It's not my fault. Oh, Dan Simmons, thanks a lot for your encouraging quote. All right, at least I know now. I come back and my grave should be somewhere around here for me to pick up all of my stuff. Okay, great. It looks like it's over there in a rock. Come here, you tricky little thing. It took me a minute to find you. The icon is not something I'm used to looking for because I usually don't die. It's not my fault. But our radio tower here actually marked a distress beacon for us. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the last one that we need is right here. And then we'll zip over there and see what's going on with the distress beacon. Maybe there's someone we can save or a ship we can salvage or something like that. I have been finding one crystal at a time this whole time. And now we got 3 all in one when I only needed one. Freaking No Man's Sky. Okay, I have been traumatized by the tornadoes. We're getting the heck out of here. Stay away from me, tornado. Okay, now that I'm safe in our ship, let's pop this open and see what we get. Bottled lightning, pre-packaged advanced mining laser, and the gauntlet, of course, because that's the other thing that I brought with us in our safety deposit box. Looks like we're not quite safe from tornadoes yet. I'm gonna have to go around and find 192 crystallized helium, and it just makes sense to do it while we're here. While we've got the milestones selected, our visor's gonna lead us straight to it. So hopefully we've got one that's not too far away. Nice, 414 U. So we'll just pop over there and get this one done real quick. Easy peasy, no tornado pleasy. And the other good thing about this crystallized helium, now I realize it's actually something you can refine down into chromatic metal if you need any. Let's pop this one open and see what we get. Some lithium and some methane. All right, maybe we need it for some construction or upgrade later, or maybe No Man's Sky is just giving us something to fill up our inventory like they do sometimes. I'm always too afraid to actually get rid of anything that they give us because it always seems to be like the key part of something you need later. You can screw yourself over. Look out, rock. Okay, it was a little incorporeal. Let's go ahead and get off of this freaking planet. Who's that in the player base? Ooh, wait a second. Okay, guys, this is like the 3rd time I thought I was gonna leave, but we got to check this out because one of the later milestones is to drive around in one of these exo vehicles. And if we can just summon the one here and take a spin, let's check out his base too first. I will take advantage of your save beacon, thank you. Little basic base by Katsusha Evolved, but looks like it's set up for, yeah, the later milestones. You actually need to come back and build a base and stuff. This is one of the nice things about doing these expeditions about a week into them, because everybody's got all their bases around. Nice looking vehicle. We've got to do some customization though. My colors are gonna be, what, we'll do the dark red, maybe lighter red. It's a little dark on this planet. And the dark green, there we go. Red and green, looking good. And then I always want to put on the Atlas, but I always forget where it is. Okay, 22. 22 is the one we want. And now we can just go through and slap Atlas decals on everywhere. Atlas, Atlas, Atlas. I am a devotee. Let me know in the comments, did you go with the Atlas or not? That won't spoil it for people that haven't played the game yet. And we'll get our rockets a little bit cool looking with some purple.
Thermal protection fully.
All right, let's see if this unlocks one of our milestones. Yay! Wheels of Titan. So we get a little freebie off of our friend. Thank you. It starts off with a laser and everything. Let's go ahead and unlock it. We get mineral processing rig plans and pre-packaged thermal buffer unit. All right, so those must be upgrades for, oh no, this is for putting down a refiner unit. Okay, cool. I don't remember that in my main save game. Maybe that's a new thing. But this is the pre-packaged thermal unit. Okay, so this allows us to drive around and not be using up our shields so much. Let's pop these in the supercharged slots. We got 3 things and 3 slots. Whoops, there we go. All right. Another quick thank you to Katyacha Evolved for letting me borrow your Colossus. That was really helpful. Now, for real this time, let's see if we can break the atmosphere and get our takeoff to the stars milestone.
Extreme temperature detected.
Okay, are we finally out of the atmosphere? These gas giants are so huge, it takes forever. There it is. Ignition. Left the planet. We'll go ahead and zip over here towards this distress signal while I pop this open. Get a pre-packaged teleport receiver unit. Hopefully we've got ourselves a ship down here we can scavenge. I don't see a pilot, but I don't see a ship either. Maybe it'll load in a second. Sometimes they take a few seconds to load in. Hello, pilot? Hello? Ship? Nothing? Got the distress beacon we can get a little bit of lore out of. I clamber into the cargo ship and find its black box. As soon as I touch it, a holographic image of a panicked reptilian trader appears. Perhaps it's a message for their superior, perhaps a loved one's. It's impossible to tell as the playback is hauntingly silent. In its final moments, the trader seems to point at some freshly installed ship tech before dropping to its knees in despair. I discover the poorly installed ship tech. I scan its blueprint and can now construct one myself. Okay, cool. So at least we got the economy scanner. If it was something we needed, we're gonna have all of that stuff in our ship when we unlock it in a second anyway. I'll go ahead and grab the goop out of here. Always gotta get as much goop in my pockets as I can. And I think that's everything that we can do on the surface of the planet now. So let's go ahead and wait. We might as well take out the asteroids. There's always an asteroid, milestone. Yeah, we only need 30 of them though, so this will just take a second. Now you can kind of tell with these big crystal ones that they're the ones with the gold, the platinum, the silver. So always keep a lookout for those because you need some of those for upgrades and stuff. Those more rare resources. And here we are at 30. Stone and fire. I do like the way they name the milestones. Okay, let's see what this one's gonna give us. Aquajet plans and all of our craftable components. So now we'll be able to build the items we need, probably to fix our hyperdrive or whatever else we've got to find. Now we can start doing the tour of the solar system. Objectives like this have gotten a lot easier now that they've had the ability to mark each one of the planets. So we're just going to do them in order, so I hopefully won't get lost. We'll see if I can actually just pop around here real quick, land on each one of these. You know, obviously if we find anything cool, we're gonna have to check it out, but I'll try not to get too distracted on the way. Now this was labeled as a cerulean moon with dissonance. So we should have some of the corrupted sentinels and stuff. Whoa, look at that. These guys just warped out of the core of the planet. How did you guys come up through the surface of the planet? I've been walking around on a surface and seen frigates kind of warp up out of the, out of the ground. You can't go to a planet with these giant rings and not fly through them, right? And how convenient is that? We found ourselves a little trade center here. Hopefully just landing on this is gonna count. Might as well pop out and say hello to our friends here. think we're in a Gek system, so yeah, we got all these Gek wandering around. Hey guys, what's up?
Slunked. Slunked. Slunked.
The trader utters the same word 3 times in different intonations, forming a statement that is untranslatable in my own language. Well, let's go ahead and see if he can teach us a word. He nods thoughtfully, then presents a list of language symbols. Let's ask a friendship one. Help! Okay, we got more Geks asking for help on stations. You guys, what is going on with y'all?
Efka, Orma, Imla, Ola, Uta, Guma, Tegro, Popo, Iminov.
The Gek is a miserable sight, a picture of dismay and deflation. They look at me in a way that begs for pity. What is happening on this station? Thee! Okay, so the sentence we're getting so far is help and thee.
Hoeveel nasem oor, Jorvergak, Poep, Ilo, Yor, Kakverba, Ben Harum.
The Gek is operating a datapad at a frantic pace. They seem to be struggling to compose a message, entering and then deleting swaths of text with equal fury.
Please.
Oh my gosh. So they're saying help, they're saying please. The other guy said thee, but whatever. What have you got to say?
Vol, Lusur, Fen, Robel, Rebeli, Pumus, Pepslibi, Iba.
The trader grows indignant at my staring, snapping their beak open and shut with multiple clicks. I think this guy's the one causing all the problems.
Friend.
Okay, yeah, you know I'm on to you. That's why you want to be friends. All right, let's get out of this weird place. Look at the crazy ship. That looks like a funny nose on the front of it. You gotta love the aesthetic of No Man's Sky, this futuristic, weird, but retro universe. All of the ships coming in all at once now. Well, let's go on to our next moon. This one was marked as a webbed moon, so I don't know if it's gonna have giant spiders or what. Oh, it's the Bali world. You gotta love the Bali worlds. Look at these big, tall guys just winging free, letting it all hang out. You know? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? All right, so this world will have one exotic animal on it. So you might as well find one of them and scan it so that we can get our nanites. I just can't help thinking how much me and those guys kind of resemble each other. Where are you, Bali boy? There you are. Nice. One of one species found in an easy 250 nanites. One more moon off our list. Before I take off, we'll just take a quick little selfie with my siblings here. I can't get over the way the developers get away with stuff like this. I love you, Hello Games. And next on our list is a Jev, the Shattered Moon. And looks like we got another exotic here from the look of the assets around, and a conveniently placed observation tower here. This looks like an exotic planet again. If it is, it'll only have one animal again. We'll get a little 250 nanites for finding them. Oh my goodness, look at the size of that guy. We got giant bugs on this world. Okay. Let's go check them out. Look at you. Oh gosh, okay, yeah, we need to make our pellets, and this guy might be our first pet. I'd love to have a mount like that. There must be other animals on this planet. This can't be the only one, unless there's only just one giant bug on this planet. Whoa, where'd you go? My guy disappeared. Okay, well, we got a different variant here. He's a little bit infected looking, but we'll take you anyway. Come here, buddy. Wait, don't run away. Why is everybody running away from me? Oh gosh, there's one with a big old crystal on his butt. And it's a different species. So there's more than one. Okay, we got 6 total on this planet. But let's not let our infected boy go. I like him. I'm already riding on his back. All right, Bluey Blue. Bluey Bluey, really. Yeah, just spelled 2 different ways. Hey, buddy. I'll give you some pets on your weird face. Got some pus balls on there. Make sure you're nice and full. And now we gotta take a ride. Heck yeah. Get a little bit of a selfie with our new pet. Awesome. I love the actual way that it glows with the pustules. Looking good. Oh man, the sun came up. I was playing around with the screenshot for so long. How good of a mount are you? Come on, turn left over here. All right, you're not very easy to steer. That's okay. We just met. I'll do a little training with you and we'll get you working right. Man, I think the only thing that's on this planet are giant bugs. Oh, there's a few little bugs. Yeah, and they are a different species. Okay. Well, we got a little bit of variability. Cool crystalline legs. What's going on this planet? Some sort of something has gotten loose and made them all giant. Some of them are sick. We got the abandoned building with the eggs here. We could fight the abominable horrors. Maybe that's what took over this planet and made everything all freakish and insectoid. Let's see what we can find in here. Always get our words in our loot boxes.
Aye.
Anything else? One little box here. Let's see what the transmission tower has for us. Okay. So this one is a distress beacon. We just need to solve the math problem, which I guessed and it was correct. If you're gonna guess the first one. I think that one's almost always the right one. Don't blame me if you get it wrong, though. That's just my theory. And we get a distress beacon. Cool. We'll go and check that out. It says we got a starship or something that we might be able to repair. And it looks like a pretty cool ship, actually. A lot bigger than ours, anyway. It's got a little bit of ship envy. It's kind of got the same colors as ours does, but just the cool, bigger wings and stuff. Well, I don't see a pilot running around, so I think we might be able to take it. Holy moly, it's full of crap. Was the pilot using this as a toilet? Let's find out from the distress beacon here what happened to our doomed pilot. The interior of the downed craft is a patchwork of technologies, possibly scavenged from multiple ships. The portly corpse of a dead beaked life form sprawls on the control panel. Clearly, the deceased had a penchant for the finer things in life. The cargo hold is secured by some kind of homemade security system. Like the rest of the ship, it is a mishmash of technologies. Deactivating it could be tricky. That's why the thing was full of poo. We're gonna search the pilot. He had a penchant for the finer things in life. A decomposed grub-like crustacean and an exosuit tech proves my reward for after my exertions of heaving the bloated corpse off of the console. And we get the plans for the hazmat gauntlet, which I actually have 2 of already. Fantastically useless. The Father of Souls. It's a pretty good name for the ship. And what's in this communication? It says, my ship. So the traveler OT Pays Off has claimed the Father of Souls. But we're a pirate, so we're gonna take it. Let's compare it to ours. Yeah, it's an A-class versus a C-class. Let's go ahead and claim this bad boy, and I think I'm gonna fix it up. Sorry, Mr. Pays Off, it's mine now. All right, let's just repair the shield so that the alarm stops buzzing in our ear. And then I just need some microprocessors, and we'll be able to take this bad boy out for a spin. Finish crafting these guys, and we're good. Oh man, I need some copper. But we should be all right without our rocket launcher for now. I'm not looking for any trouble at the moment. The maneuverability on this is pretty good, and I love the way the engines look. We need some copper, and that looks like some, but I'm trying not to get distracted, and we're gonna move on to the next one. Over. A temperate moon. We've got a player base here we might want to stop by. And oh gosh, something's going on in the core of these planets. The people are evacuating on these ships that are warping up out of the core. That's my headcanon anyway. Looks like we've got ourselves a nice little bit of refiners and stuff over here to check out. We always appreciate that on expeditions. All you wonderful travelers and your refiner setups, you're absolutely amazing. I love you all. Look at that cool power generator setup over there, kind of glowing on the hill. And there is a whole bunch of refiners over there feeding into this building. Right to this here. 10,750 oxygen. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Anything else around here? Author Dent 5. Thank you for your base, Author. Arthur? Arthur Dent? Is that how you say it? I'm dyslexic, y'all. Don't judge me too harshly. What are the other bases in the area? That Home Sweet Home looks freaking huge. Trophy's base. There's mold at that one. C-class Sentinel. We don't really need a Sentinel ship. We're going to get our ship soon. My wonderful S-class Phoenix. That reminds me, let's get this wrapped up so we can go ahead and get her back. Even though I like you, Father of Souls, you're nothing compared to Phoenix. Now that player base was cool, but I kind of want to always land and take a selfie on each one of these in a cool spot. Ooh, look, we've got a little tower over here where we can land, and it's right next to a cave system. I really like these fungal worlds where the grass sort of lights up like that. Look how crazy pretty that is. Grass. Oh my gosh, it's these flying guys. Oh my God, they are the best flying pet you can possibly get. So we needed to discover 6 new species anyway. I didn't even realize that was the objective that I'm chasing. And they've got the neon animals. We'll bring in our pet here. But we've got to get one of these flyboys, right? Come here. Come here. All right, first try. All right, we can't adopt him. Crap. But we can go for a ride. This is why they're the best. Look, I'm trapped inside of him. And the way my character flails around, that is hilarious. Oh my God, I love it. I love it so much. Look at us stuck in there. Oh my gosh. Holy crap, I have never been so happy. We have got to get one of these as a pet. Whatever we've got to do to unlock enough nanites to afford one of these guys, we got to try. I know we only need one more planet and I'm getting distracted, but hey, we have 408 nanites and we need 500 nanites. So less than 100 and we'll be there. Is there anything I can refine into nanites? Well, we can try the damaged machinery here. Awesome. We're getting some slime for our pocket. We'll be able to refine that into nanites, and hopefully we get some more nanites out of this. Starship launch fuel. Crap. I mean, useful, but not what we're looking for. And nothing in here either. Nothing for nanites anyway. Sometimes these things will have a little canister on the wall that give you a few. If we're lucky, we'll see one in here. Nice. How many of these give us? I'm not sure. Ooh, 68 nanites. Okay. This just became very achievable. We just need to refine this slime that we've got down and probably find 1 or 2 more broken machinery around somewhere. Look out, Blue. Don't stand on me. So we're looking for plumes of smoke or, oh, look, another exotic animal, the dinosaur bone animal. This one was added for the Ancients, I think is what it was called, where we were digging up a whole bunch of fossils. I think that one's coming up soon, actually, is one of the next redux. Let's go ahead and pop this open. I almost forgot about it. We got our exo skiff unlocked and agricultural product plans. All right. Wonder what we're going to need with that. Maybe we're going to have to go fishing somewhere soon. It looks like we got finally the ability to make glass. If we ever have a base, I'll put some windows on it. Big old mushrooms on this planet. All I need is some broken machinery. If we could find some plumes of smoke or something like that, we have almost all the nanites that we need. And I've scanned almost every mushroom on this world. I think we got all the nanites we could in that little valley. And this communication station over here might be marking some mold or something if we're lucky. I don't see anything obvious anyway. But we might as well get out, see what the communication beacon is, and maybe there's a piece of broken machinery around here. I can get the last 15 or 20 things we need. Best looking moon. Okay, thanks, buddy. I agree, though. It is the best looking moon. Somehow, there is no broken machinery in this valley either. So let's take off. Hey, guys, one of you will be my best companion mate soon. Let's see if we can just spot any plumes of smoke or something. Come on, there's gotta be one around here, right? This looks like the kind of valley that has some broken machinery in it, I'd say for sure. Let's look around and see if the icon shows up. It's like a little gear. And I don't see one anywhere. Well, frick. I know this is self-inflicted pain, but I cannot leave this world without that pet. So let's move on to the next valley over. Oh, I think I saw a plume of smoke. It was right to my left. Where is it? There it is. Nice. If this has some goop in it and some nanites, perfect. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Give me 20 or 30 nanites of starship fuel. Son of a frick. Okay, we still might have just barely enough once I finish refining all of this. I've almost got it all refined down now. We're just waiting on our living slime to turn into runaway mold, and then the runaway mold will need to turn into nanite. So we'll camp out up here on top of this mushroom and just chill until we're ready to go. I can't believe I'm being so unlucky with damaged machinery. Usually everywhere you go, there's a few scattered around, but I've literally had to go like 2 or 3 valleys over just to find this one. Oop, the cookies are ready. Let's go ahead and pop our 114 mold into 22 nanites. Wait, I'm not good at math. We need 24 nanites. Son of a frick. So I've got to find one more. We have to get at least one more. Okay. I can't believe the planet that I needed to scrounge up, what, like less than 100 nanites on, happens to be the one with no broken machinery on it. Come on, plume of smoke, where are you? Reveal thyself to me. Is there something over? Oh, I see one. I see one right there. Okay. We've only been getting starship fuel out of these. Unless they have some goop I can put in my pocket.
Trade.
How does touching a stone teach you a word? The Gek actually talk about it in some of their lore, that they know better than to touch such things. But all of us travelers just go around touching everything. Where did that freaking piece of machine? There it is. Come on, baby, don't let me down. And it's goop. That should be enough goop. What do we get out of it? Give me a handful of nanites. There it is. All right, No Man's Sky, you've come back once more to save my life. Let's go ahead and open up our slot. Never been so happy to spend all the nanites in my pocket. And let's grab ourselves one of these awesome pets. Got some right here. We'll just chuck out our little bit of bait. Come on, guys. I put my bait down here for you. Can you see it? Crap. That worked last time. Let's go ahead and see if we can make a couple more. Hold on. Am I out of carbon? Oh, wait. No, we didn't even have to. He came down to us. Hello, buddy. I'm going to go ahead and milk you because I got to. And then we have Reemy. So we got Blue, our big old pussy bug, and Reemy, our quantum freaking pet. I love you, Reemy. You're the best, yeah? You chirp? Oh my gosh. Oh, Suit Friend is up there now. I love the way they talk. I wish it was actually voiced, but I do the voiceover sometimes for these guys, but I'm not going to do that for every single pet we pick up. I like doing it for the logs and the lore, that kind of stuff. Oh, man. This is so relaxing. I love it. It's very steerable as well. Actually kind of goes where you tell it to. Super useful if we need to traverse rough terrain or something like that later. But with that little side quest done, let's get on to our next moon. What's it gonna be? Triop Prime, a misty moon. Cool. I see. So this is like one of those swamp areas, like a Amazonian rainforest kind of looking thing. All right, let's see if we can find a cool place to land and take a selfie. Man, this is a weird planet. It's looking real barren and empty, but a monolith will do. That should make a nice background for our selfie, and we'll get a little bit of lore out of this thing. See what it's got to say about our local area. Oh, nice. We've just ticked off walked 7,000 U. Those are the ones you don't have to worry about trying to do so hard. They kind of unlock on their own. And the Children of Giants finally unlocked. Pre-packaged launched auto charger unit and some sodium nitrate. Thank you very much. And we'll get our Surveyor of Worlds too. Supreme scanning system upgrades, and a hypnotic eye. I wonder if we're going to need that eye for anything. I know it's going to be in my inventory at the end of the expedition if we don't use it. Thanks, Hello Games, for the random junk. What do we got here? Is it a bird? No, unfortunately. Man, the look of our ship is really growing on me. But I miss Phoenix, so let's get this monolith and head out of here. I convulse as I reach out and touch the beautiful stone marker, my mind filling with a deadly knowledge of the true history of the Gek.
We are the masters of galaxies, the overlords of the cosmos. Each foe will submit with bended knee to the almighty Gek dominion. We are the first spawn. Look upon our works in despair.
All right, we're gonna just take the knowledge from this one.
2.
One last chance to see if someone's renamed anything. Ah, Dino Unicorn. Someone was having some fun. And we'll move on. This is such a weird planet because it's supposed to be like marshy with these giant trees, but it's all barren. It's like Fern Gully, you know, like everything's been burnt down except for these ancient trees. I can't stall my curiosity. We got to take a little bit of a closer look. Oh, look, we got another weird pig dog. All right, he's not been renamed. What about our little flashy mushrooms? Oh, we unlocked a milestone by accident. Biosphere. Document 4 new plans. Well, I knew there was a reason why my curiosity was calling me back down. Look at this, though. Is everything a pig dog on this planet? And we got our nutrient processor unlocked. That was from the biosphere. Okay, we get some more salty chunks in case we need to heal ourselves or anything. And now we have Never Look Back. So we've got the warp cell that we need to warp out of this system and finally get my Phoenix back. My lovely, lovely Phoenix. Well, Father of Souls, you've been a good ship. Thank you very much. I just need this one jump out of you, and then we're gonna have our Phoenix back. Surprise, surprise, I thought of one thing to do before we jump out of the system. It's always a good idea to stop by your local space station and just get the extra inventory slot and any other resources we can find that aren't nailed down. We don't have enough reputation to get any missions from these guys or any rewards from the emissary, but maybe we can pick up some lost luggage or other nanites and things that you can find hidden around sometimes. I like this burnt orange and burgundy sort of station motif. Looking good. Let's stop by our little exosuit upgrade terminal. And is our first one free? Yeah, the very first one you pick up is free, so there's really no reason not to get it. They stay pretty cheap after that. And now we'll just see, is there anybody interesting to talk to or some containers we can loot? Oh, look at this. We've got ourselves a fellow traveler. Hello, fellow traveler. What's your story? I approached the lost traveler. Their skin is translucent, as if they were not really there.
Have you come for me?
The strange being seems to stare right through me, and then I see it. There is dried blood caked across their exoscrute, spattered across their face. Okay, this is not a friendly. We're gonna threaten them. I draw my multi-tool and demand that they tell me everything, but it is pointless. They just stare up at me and grin. I see it then, the flesh within their teeth. Oh my gosh, okay, we are leaving. That freaking guy was crazy. He was eating people. All right, Father of Souls, let's get out of here. We probably won't be able to make it all the way to the next rendezvous, but we'll just jump one system over so we can get to the anomaly. And we've finally arrived in the Anuria system, discovered by Mr. Soupman. No soup for you. Never look back. Went to light speed. Thank goodness we got it done. And we got a mold base right in front of us. Okay, that's hard to resist. Let's go ahead and see our unlock. We got a warp hypercore, nice. That'll make it easier to get around. And I think I just want to see what's over here at this base. I know I've been putting off the anomaly forever, guys, but we're gonna get there in a second. And I gotta say, I'm enjoying the aesthetic of our new ship here, at least for a little while. Now, how lucky are we gonna be? We have like 15 things of mold here. Just a simple base. Is it underneath? He looks like he's built, yeah, a little thing to cover it up. Oh gosh, look at that. This is one of the Titan worm planets. Amazing. I freaking love the Titan worms. What kind of Titan worms do we have on this planet? He's not made it too far away. Where are you? Let me see if I can catch up to him. Oh, there he is. He's got like big old wings on the side and like tusks in front and a spiky bottom. Oh my God. Okay, I know I'm just shiny object syndroming here, but we got to keep following him for a second, okay? I need to see if I can get a good screenshot. Let me see. I just get parallel with him. Oh gosh, I almost ran into him. I've seen people actually riding around on these. I think you can hatch them out of eggs. If you know how to do that, please tell me. If you have a cool egg and you want me to give you a massive shout out, please message me on a comment or something, because I am down for it, guys. I'll meet you and we'll do a little episode together, hatching it or something. Look at that. This guy is huge. Let me see if I can change some of the settings here. I don't normally do this, but I want to get a good look at it. Let's see if we can rise the sun. There we go. There it is. Better. A lot better. You look good in the rays of the morning sun, friend. That is so cool. Oh, I'm hitting the outer wall. I guess that'll do. He's all the way in it. Nice. That was actually amazing. Okay. Let's see if we can go back over here and get this mold. I think right before I noticed the Titan worm, yeah, we were landing, and there's quite a few icons up there at the top, 3-starred icons. Those are the ones for the curious mold. And gosh, you can still hear those Titan worms jumping everywhere. We should be safe inside the building, but you never really know. If one of those suckers lands right on top of you, I feel like it would have to do some damage. I've never had one hit me directly. Let me know in the comments if you have. Holy crap. This place is overgrown. At least it's not full of terrain, and I can mine these out of the way. Oh my gosh, my multi-tool is so slow. Why didn't we go by the anomaly yet, guys? Who didn't remind me? I'm blaming you. Hold on, wait, what am I doing? I can see the curious deposits right here. I don't need to garden this whole guy's under basement? Overgrown basement? Oh, he's got some cool, like, arches over here as well. So it's kind of a open floor plan. What is that hopping up there? Hey, buddy! I always call them Buddy, and this guy's actually been renamed to Buddy. Plus, he was the one that unlocked our next milestone. That is hilarious. Prismatic feathers and some nip-nip buds. Cool, we're getting our illegal property on. What am I trying to say? Smuggling. We're starting to be a smuggler. I think this mold is getting to my head. It was also definitely a mistake to not get my upgraded multi-tool before I came down here. Oh well, we've got plenty of mold in our safety deposit box when we get there. I really am just doing this for extra credit. We always want to earn as many nanites as we can during the expedition because you get to take all of those back with you at the end anyway. Just in case you're curious, that got us 8,764 runaway mold, which is only 1,752 nanites. But if I would have had my better multi-tool, that probably would have at least doubled. There were so many down here. That was such a massive waste of my time, my finite time on this earth. And why do I keep gardening for this guy? Let's use our time more wisely and look for more things that have been renamed. Toenail? Oh my gosh. And Toenail the bird? Wait, there's two things named Toenail. There's a plant life. And... no, okay, it was just stuck on there. That was weird. So we can rename this guy, or it was already discovered, so we can't rename him. Dang it! Okay. Is there anything else funny around? Ooh, we got a pineapple dude. Cubacapia. Okay, I think that's an auto-generated name. Disappointing. If you rename one animal, rename them all. Make them funny. We're gonna have to find some planets to do that on. Yep, the mushroom top guys, the little floaty mushroom top guys, they're pretty awesome. Maybe we can afford one now that I've got all of the... oh wait, we need some creature pellets to be able to tempt it. Flying around on one of those would be pretty fun, actually. To keep our theme of flying pets while I'm waiting on these nanites to finish processing. Here, guys. Come on, it's tasty. Come and eat my pellets. Come on, y'all are like right there. None of y'all are interested in my pellets? There we go. Just had to throw it against your head. All right, we might as well give this guy a ride. We got some craw milk out of him. Look out, buddy. I love that that guy's name is actually Buddy. Holy crap. This expedition has just been full of hilarious pets. Oh gosh, we just plowed right through that. Oh, wow. How can you ever get bored in this game? I know. It's like jumping pineapple people, floating mushroom top men. What more do you want? Can I make a... yeah, I can actually emote while I'm on its back. Oh, crud. I didn't get to the photo mode fast enough. We got a storm on our tails. Let's get out of here. Go this way, or thumbs up. Good job. Oh, man, I just can't quite get it fast enough. Dang it. Okay, that's enough distractions. I need my ship and my multi-tool. So let's get into the anomaly, go over to our safety deposit box, and upgrade my life. Now, one thing that I'm really happy about is I've been smart enough to actually bring the tainted metal with us. We got 2,535 units down there, which should be enough to refine into just under 5,000 nanites, which I believe should be enough for our multi-tool and our starship. As soon as I figure out my inventory issues. Crap. 1 second. All right. I can't believe it, but we're about to unlock Phoenix and our multi-tool. I've been talking about it forever. And we finally made it there. The tainted metal is the real secret. It's a pain in the butt to get. You got to do lots of the haunted freighter missions, but I really enjoy those anyway, so I just stockpile them up and use them for the expeditions. You only need one stack of it, and you've got plenty for everything you need. And just by putting that in my pocket, we've unlocked Quantum Bedrock, one of our other milestones. Let's go ahead and look and see what that is. Where are you? There you are. Oh, we're getting some space in our pockets, some nano pockets. I'll definitely take those. Jeez, that would have been good a minute ago, game. I just spent forever sorting my inventory. Oh, gosh. So we haven't even made it to the first rendezvous yet, but we've unlocked an absolute ton of milestones, which is really on brand for me. We got some polished stone, and that was 7 inventory slots. Man, I would have loved to have that just about 5 minutes earlier, game. Now, let's go ahead and unlock Phoenix if I can afford her. Yes. There you are, my beautiful S-Class. Phoenix Supreme. And the Pillar of Stars. Oh, that feels good. Where are you, sweetheart? Phoenix, where'd you park yourself? There you are, gorgeous. Oh, man, oh, man. How I have been longing to see you. Now, we've got a whole bunch of inventory that I need to sort out, so give me a sec. Okay, that's good enough for now. Let's head to the first rendezvous system. Now, with Phoenix's souped up warp drive, we should have no trouble getting there. Oh no, we need the Atlantid drive. Well, crap, we must have had it in our other ship. Okay. We're almost there, boys. We're almost there. All right, I am not ending this episode until we get to the rendezvous. So somehow I have to figure this out. It's not an unlock from one of the other milestones. It must be that it was just on the original ship, right? So let me just summon it in. And nothing? Wait, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Oh God, thank God. Oh, thank God we have the Atlantid drive. All right, I can just pop this in to the Arch Phoenix. And since we're in here anyway, and we're trying to min-max like hell, let's go ahead and salvage these ships while we're at it. 4 million units seems like it's worth it. Well, crap. My inventory's too full to scrap it. All right, 1 second. Okay, I have scrapped and sold everything. We are officially powerful and rich and on our way to the first rendezvous. I always do these so out of order. But when they put so many on the gas giant that we started off on, and then, you know, you got a couple easy ones on the way to the first rendezvous, it's just hard not to pick up at least 2/3 of the milestones before the first rendezvous, right? Does everyone else have the same problem? No? Just me? And we've made it. The first rendezvous system. Usiyoshi? 25, 27? Usiyoshi 27. All right. We've got a cool base there to check out. Yeah, all the rendezvous systems are always full of stuff. Where's our rendezvous? Why isn't it marked? Okay, sometimes you got to click on it again to get it to load. Let's zip over here and see what we can find. There's even people with colonies on this thing already. Or is that just the name of the base? I thought it was a settlement thing. Someone's got a save beacon over here next to the rendezvous as well. Sometimes that means someone's put it down right next to the actual rendezvous structure to help us find it. Let's take a little peek-see over here. I think I have a hunch that our friend may have done it for us. Or we can land here and use the rangefinder to zero in on it. Come on, Phoenix, you're a little crooked. There we go. I love when she tucks her wings in. Beautiful. Ori 9. All right. Where is the rendezvous? I guess I'll get our lamppost first. I always try to remember to edit out those flashbangs, so you're welcome if I remember to do it. And I've got a crazy idea. Let's try to ride on the back of Remy and find our last rendezvous point, because unfortunately, whoever put this safe beacon over here, it was a red herring. It's not actually where our rendezvous point is. We got to get like 700 U. Oh my gosh. This is not easy to steer with the scanner working. Okay. We got to sort of work our way this direction. Work with me here. Okay, I just have to keep it pointed in the general direction, and we should be able to get there. Of course, the rangefinder keeps sending us in circles. But I gotta say, this is probably easier than running along the ground, especially in this rough terrain. Look how high this mountaintop is. Is it gonna be all the way at the top? Or is it over here? Now we got 200 more U to go. So it's always hard to judge exactly how far that is. All right, we seem to be getting pretty close, and it seems like it's gonna be at the top of the freaking mountain. Well, crap. Well, actually, this might be quite meta. If I can keep it aimed in the right direction, we can get to the top of this mountain, boys. We can get to the top of the mountain before we end the episode. If you have made it this far, I'll go ahead and say it while we're climbing up the mountain. Please consider leaving a like, a hype, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But no matter what you do, I'm gonna keep making these videos because I'm having way too much fun with this, guys. And I hope to see you on the next episode of Cozy Man Sky. I was expecting to be there by now, guys. Where is it? Oh gosh, I've ruined my outro. All right, it's gotta be down here where this beacon is. I should be able to boost down, hopefully, without breaking my legs. Okay, we got it. Come on, give it to me. Rendezvous 1. Oh my gosh, I'm glad we finally made it here. We'll be breaking this up into 2 parts, I guess. It looks like I'll be doing all the other ones on the next episode of Cozy Man Sky. Oh, I love you guys. See you then.